Hi everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're going to take a look at the basic meaning of the preposition over and what it can mean when it's used with phrasal verbs. So, over is used in about 300 phrasal verbs and has between 10 to 12 different meanings. Now, to understand where all these different meanings come from, it's helpful to have a clear image of its core meaning. So, in its most basic form, over can be visualized like this. Now, we can interpret this in a few ways, but the most basic interpretation would be as across, or from point A to point B. So let's take a look at some examples of phrasal verbs with over, in which over means across or from A to B. How do you think we could describe this? Here, a car drives across a bridge. So we can say, the car drives over the bridge. Drives means drive, and over means across. So the sentence just means, the car drives across the bridge. All right, let's try another one. How do you think we could describe this using a phrasal verb with over? Here, a man gives his wallet to a robber. So we can say, the man hands over his wallet. Hands means give or pass, and over means from A to B, which we understand from this context as meaning from himself to the robber. So the sentence can be understood as meaning, the man passes from himself to the robber his wallet, which would more correctly be phrased as, the man passes his wallet from himself to the robber. So one of the core meanings of over can be across or from A to B, but that's not the only way to interpret it. A preposition can represent either a motion or a location. And if we look at the animation again, we can see that there are three main locations here: the beginning, the middle, and the end. Generally, when we think of over as a location, we tend to think of it as being in this middle location, which we can understand as simply meaning above. So let's take a look at some more examples of phrasal verbs with over, but this time with ones in which over means above. How do you think we could describe this? Here, a helicopter hovers above a house. So we can say, the helicopter hovers over the house. Hovers means hover, and over means above. So the sentence just means, the helicopter hovers above the house. All right, let's try one more. How do you think we could describe this? Here, a man stands much taller than the others. So we can say, the man towers over the others. Towers implies stand tall, and over means above. So the sentence can be understood as meaning, the man stands tall above the others. So I hope this helped you understand the basic meaning of the preposition over a little bit better and why it can sometimes mean across or above. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.